Welcome, Rotarians, meeting 5,486 of the Rotary Club of San Jose. Yeah, a little smattering of applause. Jeff Poley, thank you for that amazing Technicolor song you just played for us, and all the other ones, as usual, starting us off. Thank you so much. Today, I'd like to thank the Debunking Committee. Thank you so much for your greeting line. You terrify me, and you know it. You have so much power over me right now. I'll do anything. The Debunking Committee. Alrighty, guest introductions. Today, if you are a visiting Rotarian or if you have a guest with you, please stand up so we can get you introduced. And while we are doing that, today on our Red Badgers with traveling microphones, we've got Michelle Zhang and Jonathan Padilla. If you guys could say hi, introduce yourselves, tell us who your sponsor is, and give me a fun fact. Go for it, Michelle.
Hi everyone, my name is Michelle Zhang. My sponsor is Rod Dewey Dang.
Wonderful, and tell us something fun about you, Michelle.
Fun facts about me?
Just one.
My favorite food is hapa, spicy hapa.
Well, fantastic. Jonathan.
Hi, Jonathan Padilla, sponsor is Richard Agiloni. Fun fact, I once did karaoke with Bon Jovi.
Like, as the song track or with Bon Jovi?
With Bon Jovi at the 2008 Democratic National Convention.
I think that's a pretty good thing. That's a good fun fact. You never know who you're sitting next to here and what their secrets are here in Rotary. Fantastic. Okay, though I see some people who've stood up here. Let's get the microphones over to them. I see Nancy's got someone here in the middle. We've got Q over there.
Thank you.
Krista Salvo. Hi, Nancy.
Hi, President Heather. My guest today is once again my niece, Kelsey Donellan, and she actually just turned in her application. So she's
Oh my
gonna be
goodness.
joining Rotary today.
Well, welcome, Kelsey. Thank you, Nancy, being a Rotarian of Action. Hi, Chris.
Hi, President Heather. Today I brought this is Chris DeSalvo, and I brought my husband, Joseph DeSalvo, who's a part-time lecturer at San Jose State University in Justice Studies.
Welcome. Always good to see you, Joe. You're looking good. I like that shirt. Looking sharp. Hi, Q.
Hi, I was waiting for Miss Jill.
Oh, sorry. Well,
Hi, I'm Jill Durig from the Rotary Club of Livermore Valley. I'm also the district governor right now.
Jill's a very big deal, you guys. She's our district governor, and we've also got another special guest who'll introduce himself in just a second. But go for it, Q.
Hi, I'm Q Smith from East Palo Alto Bayshore Rotary, and I am the sponsor of Sabrina, which is our newest Rotarian, and as of May 29th, and I'm out in 2 weeks. And I'm the president.
Welcome, fellow president. Okay.
Hi, everyone. My name is Sabrina Melton. As Q said, I'm a brand new Rotarian as of May 29th. I'm with the East Palo Alto Bayshore Rotary, but I live in downtown San Jose, so very happy to join you today. Thank you.
Wonderful. I think you're going to need to join us for our downtown happy hour next Wednesday. Look for a slide on that. Come on out. I am so excited to see Herb Ritter in the room. He's our district governor-elect. Herb, tell us something good.
Heather, it's an honor to be here, Madam President. You've done a fantastic job this past year, and you're going to be an amazing assistant governor next year in our district.
People
so
don't know
congratulate on that. And the amazing fact that I know is my President-elect Matt is going to be giving an amazing speech today, and I can't wait to learn some points from him because he is one amazing, inspirational guy. So I can't wait to see you, Matt.
Fantastic. All righty. Oh, I've got one more guest at your table there. Hello.
Hi, my name is Geeta Kadambi. I'm from Fremont Bridge Rotary Club. I'm following him as a district governor to clean up his stuff.
Oh, fantastic, Geeta. What a fantastic lineage we have of district leadership. Thank you. Tom Bondi. Oh, we've got Vic. Hi, Vic.
Vic Corsilia. My guest today is my caregiver, Taola. I'm pleased to have him here.
Thank you so much, Paolo, for clearing your schedule and helping us out and making sure that Vic comes in the room often as possible. We really love seeing him. Thank you. Caregivers unite. All right, looks like I've got Emily back there.
Sorry, Matt.
Go for it.
Hello, President Heather. Emily Rubalcaba here, and my guest today is the head of marketing at the San Jose Downtown Association, Kelly Riyard.
Great to see you again, Callie. See, I was kind of getting the energy going for you, Matt. Matt Breaker.
Hello, President Heather, Matt Breaker, DA's office. I've got two great guests with me today. My lovely wife, Sid, and our son, Max, are here to check out Rotary a little more.
Fantastic. And I'm going to give a shout out to Max because I happen to know he's a heck of a pickleball player. Is that true? That's what I thought. We're starting to know things about you. All right, who else do we have?
Yes, I'm very proud to bring my very dear friends. Her name is Li Huang. She lives in Fremont, and she's the treasurer, current treasurer and the president-elect of our Chinese American Physician Association.
Fantastic. Great to have you. A lot of Fremont in the house today. All right, I think I'm cleared for guests. All clear for guests and Rotarians. All right, now, you guys, I had this pretty big old goal this year of a lot of new Rotarians, and the only problem with that is we have to introduce like close to 70 of them. So I think we've got our final ones of the year here. We've got, so now new member introductions. Come on up, my pal, Madison Nguyen. Yeah, we clap for Madison. Former vice mayor of the city of San Jose. Go ahead.
Thank you, President Heather. Hello, my name is Madison Nguyen, and I am a recovered politician. Yay! Actually, my new job, I'm a VP at a PR firm called PRX Digital. And I've been a guest of Rotary for the last 20 years, so it's time to make a commitment since I'm making an honest living right now. It's pay my dues. But the real reason is because President Heather asked me, and I can't say no to her. So thank you for asking, thank you for sponsoring me, and thank you for having me, Rotarian.
So glad she said yes. All right, Papa Rod, I'm just going to stay here or just back off for like about 20 minutes, and I'll let you finish your introductions.
Okay, so he was in the club, and then he left, and then I joined, and now he's back. So along with Rod Diridon Sr., we are happy to welcome back to Rotary Michael Mulcahy. Yay! Michael, as you all know, is a native San Josean. He has spent 57 of his last 60 years here living in San Jose. And there are a lot of reasons why it's great to have Councilmember Mulcahy in the room. But the one most relevant to Rotary is that he loves San Jose, and he constantly is working to make it a better place. So welcome to Rotary, Michael.
Wow. So if Madison is a recovering politician, I do not know what the hell that makes me. But newly elected San Jose City Council member, very happy to be part of the greatest Rotary Club in the world again. And thank you for having me, and look forward to working with all of you.
The next person is the manager or director of the City Transportation Planning Department, Ramius Mado.
Hey everybody, Ramses Madhu. I work here at the city. You can blame my group for all those new bike lanes we've been putting across the city. Thank you, I appreciate that a lot. We're looking at bus lanes as well. We'll see if you clap about that when they come. All right, yeah, just really excited to be part of Rotary. I've been part of the civic infrastructure for a long time, and starting to put in my personal time and effort to meet you all and gain that knowledge that's in this room is really exciting to me, so thank you so much.
Next gentleman is the leader of the Preservation Action Council, San Jose, Executive Director Ben Leach.
Thank you. It's really an honor to be invited. I'm excited to be a Rotarian. As Rod mentioned, I'm the Executive Director of the Preservation Action Council. I'm a relative transplant. I moved here 5.5, 6 years ago with my wife. Why I joined Rotary? I consider it my main job, my day job, more than a day job, is to try to help steer civic consensus towards preservation solutions for the future. And I think it's would be professional malpractice not to be in the room where civic consensus develops. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Next up, Sarju, come introduce your newest guest, not guest, member.
Thank you. Look at that young man. Who is that? All right. It's my pleasure to introduce you all to one of my former colleagues, also a council member, and one of my jobs as membership chair is to create a Brown Act issue for all of us. So I'd like to introduce you to George Casey.
Thank you. Thank you, Sarju, my sponsor. You twisted my arm and said you had to be a Rotarian. Spent the last 46 years of my life living here in San Jose and honored to be a Rotarian, or at least on the path to being a full-fledged Rotarian. So thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
I think we should have Scott Seafood set up one of their famous lounges, like in one of the restrooms, like split you guys all up. Larry Stone.
I'm delighted to introduce you to Erin O'Neill. She is the superintendent of the Metropolitan Education District, the home of the amazing career technology programs in adult education. Please welcome her.
Thank you so much. I get the privilege of serving the community through high-quality career and tech programs at Metro Ed. I know the value of Rotary, and I'm so glad to join and be part of for the first time. I've been involved in Iowa as well as Washington State, and that also means I'm new here, so I can't wait to get to know and meet many more of you. Thank you.
Janica Clem.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am so honored with the work that I get to do at Heritage Bank with all the nonprofits. One of the nonprofits that is right co-located downstairs and over is Recovery Cafe, and their executive director is Julie Anderson, and I'm honored to have her join our club and for you all to learn more and go tour Recovery Cafe. Julie.
Thank you, Janica. As she mentioned, I'm the Executive Director of Recovery Cafe San Jose. We provide a community of loving support and services for people recovering from homelessness, mental illness, incarceration, and other kinds of life trauma. I'm joining Rotary because you all have been such a good longtime friend to the cafe, and also because I'm excited to spend my lunch hours thinking about something else. So thank you for having me.
Fantastic. And I will let our photographers arrange this fantastic group of new members into a beautiful class photo over there. And while they're doing that, I want to bring up, you just met Jill Durig. We're going to bring her up to the stage right now. Jill, come on up.
You got it. Okay. So I have a great announcement to make, but I have an auxiliary announcement to make before I start on this. For those of you who were not at the district conference last week, San Jose Club received 2 awardees. And I'm going to talk a little bit about one of them, but one who's very much under the radar is Deanna Persay, who got the Carolyn Schutz Award for good training. So just recognize. Sorry, hard for me to see over the podium. I have this vertical challenged body of mine that makes it difficult. In any case, we are delighted to talk a little bit about your president, Heather Lerner. She is joining the ranks of such great people as Rod Diridon Sr. and Mark Lazzarini, both of your club. And she received the Cliff Docterman Rotary and Scouting Service Award, which is a very rare award because Cliff Docterman embodies not just everything that is Rotary. He was about service, he was an educator, he was actually a PhD who did a lot of teaching at Berkeley and then moved on to other universities, but he also was an Eagle Scout. He had some of the other highest awards possible. I'm not that familiar with scouting, but silver beaver, silver antelope, and distinguished eagle. So there's this award that Rotary and Scouting does together to people who've done phenomenal things in both Rotary and Scouting. And that's none other than your president, Heather Lerner. And so to recognize this, she receives a lovely blue and yellow, because it's both, you know, Rotary colors and Scouting. And she also receives a certificate. I will show it to you without, you know, dropping it on the floor, because I'm a spaz. Silicon Valley Monterey Bay Council. Yes, you are so involved. You've gotten so many donations. And one of my favorite things, as you can probably tell from recognizing Deanna as well, is to create some seed funding for the Forest Management Plan, which protects hundreds of acres of scout camp forests and timber space. She's also secured some seed funding for the Astronomy Dome and Center at Camp High Sierra. This lady deserves this award. What could I say? Yay, Heather.
A little photo?
Oh, sure. We'll do that. Thank you. You want to say?
Thank you, Jill. And that photo was taken by none other than one of our best scouting volunteers, Hal Hendrickson. Thank you so much. That means the world to me. Rod, thank you so much for that award, and to all the scouts in the room, Mark, Hal, Jason Stein, and I know Todd Trickell's got to be around here somewhere. We've also got Alan Williams over there. We've got, I'm going to shout out to Suzanne Wolf, because she's been the backbone of scouting for her family for a long time, and I know I'm missing someone else. Sal Pizarro, John Ball. There are a lot of scouts in this room. Jeff Hare, you guys, Dan Orloff, we're everywhere. So thank you so much, guys. And let's just keep it going for the scouting program, creating great character in today's youth. There's nothing like it. There's just nothing like it. All right, now we get to go on to my final Ring the Bell of the year. Fantastic. So if you've got some good news, some just okay news, something you need some support on, we'll get those red badgers with microphones. And I see the first one up is going to be Brian Adams.
You hear me? There we go. Madam President, a couple of rings. I'll tell you what. All right. So my son, you all know Nicholas. Nicholas's company, Ninico, under the radar in May celebrated 14 years, Ninico Communications. No, not 14 rings. Wow. I work for the Jesuits. So you all know Nicholas, but also, so I want to do at least one ring for that, but I also want a ring for my son, my other son, Jeffrey, who is currently one of the performers in San Jose Stage Company's awesome musical comedy, Sweet Charity, that runs at the stage through the end of June. I encourage you to please see it. So another ring for that. You know what? Let's round it up. Let's do 5 rings.
Woohoo! Brian, I've got my tickets for this Friday night show. If you want to have some presidential fun with us, come out this Friday the 13th for Sweet Charity. All right, who else do we have next?
Oh, is it me?
Is that Emily? Hi, Dr. Emily Robin.
Hi, everybody. I'm Emily Robin. My sponsors were Steve Borkenhagen and Mike Conniff. I would like to use 2 of my Ring the Bell passes that I won at the gala this past spring. The first one is for this awesome guacamole. I have been thinking about it over days since I got the email about the lunch. So just a bell ring for the awesome food. And number 2, I would like to invite everybody on Saturday, January 21st, June 21st, Saturday, June 21st. Rancho Robin Rescues is hosting our annual fundraiser, and it's at DTSJ, which is an awesome community brewery, a really cool space to come hang out. So mark your calendar, June 21st.
Thank you, Emily. Hi, Jeff.
Yeah, President Heather, I want to ring the bell twice, and my sponsor was Carl Salas, so I want to ring the bell, one for Carl, because getting through the first budget session and hanging on for District 3 Really want to appreciate that. And the other council members who are here too, they know what a challenge that is. But a real shout out to Carl for doing that. The second one is for you, for winning that award for the Scouts. On behalf of all the Scouts in the room, I want to ring the bell for you there. So 2 rings. Congratulations again, President Heather, on a great year and a great award.
Thank you so much, Jeff. Me, Carl, and guacamole all together. Hi, Steve.
Hi, President Heather. Steve Ellenberg, my sponsor, was the great Ken Weiner. I'm not sure how many times I'm going to ring the bell because I'm just going to go through a few things and whatever that
We'll
adds
assess.
up to. So first ring is for my daughter Molly, who got her PhD in social sciences and is working at the National Center for Counterterrorism. So she got it last month, and Susan and I were happy to be there to observe it. Second is for my daughter Nava, who I talked about her surgery 2 months ago, who we were able to see in DC and is recovering great and starting to get ready for applying for law school. So super pleased with that. Third is for you on an awesome presidential year. Fourth is for my good friend Matt Breaker, looking forward to his year. Don't screw it up today. Fifth, I was going to say the same thing, is to one of the great mensches that we've ever had in Rotary, Carl Salas, who knows that it's not about money to have skin in the game in this city. So that's 5 rings.
Love it. Thank you. Hey, Sean Cottle.
Good afternoon, President Heather. Sean Cottle, my sponsor was the late Dave Mitchell, and I'm proud to announce, and I've got photos that prove it, I'm now a first-time grandfather. When Caroline Kerm Omenson came to us on May 6th, so she's now 5 weeks old, and I'd like to ring the bell once for Caroline.
Beautiful. Hey, Matt.
Good afternoon, President Heather and Rotarians. Matt Bell, almost 23 years ago, my sponsor was Bill Barron, surprisingly, not Mike Block, but Bill Barron. You know, and I want to ring the bell for our good friend Bert and Cindy George. Bert, are you in the back there? I think I see you back there. I was talking to Heather Hooper the other day, who's head of the Britt George Foundation. You're probably familiar with that. That foundation over the years has given over $250,000 to the community. And it just occurred to me that they are so unbelievably generous to us and to the community that I want to just come here and mention that they're having their first auction, the foundation is, to raise money so they can give even more back into the community, and I'm sure some of that coming to Rotary. So I thought appropriate to mention it here today. Just a couple of notes, if you're interested, to go to bgf.givesmart.com. You can also just go to josephgeorge.com and find it. But some great auction items. I encourage you to go on and bid, and so Bert and Cindy can keep doing everything that they're doing and honoring their beautiful daughter Britt over the coming years. Thank you.
Thank you so
One ring.
much. One ring. Hi, Krista Salvo.
Hi. About 25 years ago, my sponsor was Mark Walker, and I wonder if anybody in the room remembers Mark Walker. This may be a little longer. A lot of you know that our son has had his challenges, and he's 43, and he's had to start over in life 3 times due to addiction. And he's been sober over 2.5 years, and he just got a great job at Park Mobile, and he's going to be the salesperson for Northern California and Oregon. So we'd like to ring the bell 5 times.
Wonderful.
And President Heather?
Yes,
I'm
Joe.
not a member, but I've come to many meetings. I want to double that on behalf of my son to 10 rings.
Thank you so much. And thank you for being vulnerable and sharing both your challenges and your successes with us. It means the world. This is a great room to do it in. I think we've got Pam Foley next. Now I'll get to you. Hi, Pam.
Yay.
Vice Mayor Pam
President
Foley.
Heather. Hello. I want to ring the bell 5 times. The first 4 are, 1, we passed a budget yesterday. Woohoo! And included in that budget was funding for a playground in my district that will be an adaptive playground.
Nice.
And 3 of those are for the brand-new council members who are in this room who helped pass that budget. Councilmember Salas, Councilmember Mulcahy, and Councilmember Casey. And it was so much fun working with all of them. And I want to do the last 100 for you, Heather, for a wonderful year, and congratulations on your award with the Scouts and Rotary.
Thank you so much. Pam was my sponsor here, too.
President
Hi.
Heather, Scott Seaman, Government City Police, retired police chief. My sponsor was the late Bill Hoyt, and I'm going to ring the bell 5 times. I don't anchor it to any 5 things, but I'm going to start with Bert George and the fact that we got outbid twice on our Le Papillon dinner, so that's great success to you. It's well over the advertised amount. I am president of the San Jose Police Foundation, and I hope that you all think about attending the San Jose Police Department's major awards ceremony on September 25th at the Doubletree Hotel. This is where 500 people come together at a gala to celebrate the bravery, heroism, life-saving, and initiative of department members and community members alike. It's truly inspirational. And if you find it in your hearts to be a donor, I want to thank you for the opportunity to tell people about this. Sean O'Kane and Carl Salas and others are incredible members of our board, and we're very grateful for the community support.
Beautiful. 5 rings?
Yes.
Thank you so much, Scott. Kimberly Mulcahy.
Hi, Kimberly Mulcahy. Rod Deardon Sr. is my sponsor, and I want to ring the bell for Julie Stover and Art House Studio. We are celebrating this month 25 years of creating, teaching, and offering art to Title I students and schools in Willow Glen, San Jose, the whole Santa Clara County. And this Friday the 27th, we're having a big fundraiser at the Garden Theater in Willow Glen, and you are all invited to come check out the artwork that's been created by all of these fantastic kids.
Thank you so much for Julie Stover and Art House Kids. Hey, Tim Gill, President-elect, almost ready to drop that E.
1 more week, 2 more weeks. Tim Gill, my sponsor is David Down. He's the longest serving member in our club since 1952. I want to ring the bell for my daughter Jacqueline, who just got promoted. She lives in Brooklyn, New York. I want to ring the bell for Heather for a fantastic year. You set a high bar. And also for my friend Matt Breaker. For some reason, I feel more nervous than he probably does for something. But anyway, 3 rings.
Thank you so much. President-elect Tim Gill. Hi, Mark.
Hi, my name is Mark McKenna. My sponsor was Mike Conniff, and I'm here to ring the bell for the first time for my wife, Carol Reed, who yesterday became a British citizen.
Well, great.
And this was the realization of a decades-long dream. Her grandmother was born in Southampton in 1887. She emigrated to Canada and then came to the United States as a young woman, married in San Francisco in 1925, and at that point lost her British citizenship. She was no longer a British citizen, and she in fact was stateless until 1939 when she became an American, naturalized American. Initially, my wife was unable to get British citizenship because citizenship was not passed through the woman, but 2 years ago, the British government changed its laws and decided to redress historical unfairness in the granting of citizenship, enabling her to become a British citizen through her grandmother. So I want to ring it once for that, and then I want to ring it a second time for all those people who are strangers in a strange land and who deserve a welcome.
Thank you so much, Mark. Beautiful. Clarence Stone.
Hi, President Heather.
Hi.
Congratulations on a fabulous year. I'd like to ring the bell 10 times
Ooh, must be good.
for you for the fabulous year. For Matt Breaker, who's my dear friend, who I know will have a fabulous year. I want to pile on to the salvos. It was beautiful. And finally, for my friend John Ball, who did all of that fabulous work at the Rotary Garden, and then also for picking up lunch on Monday.
10 rings. Thank you so much. Beautiful. Matt, you've got the mic.
Hello, President Heather, Matt Breaker. My sponsor was past President Karen Sununu-Towry. I'd like to ring the bell twice today for you. First for that award, and second to echo what everyone else has said. You've had an absolutely phenomenal year, and you've been incredibly kind, encouraging, and supportive to me as I've gotten ready for next year. So thank you.
Thank you. I can't wait for your year. I mean it. I can't wait for your year. Michael Mulcahy.
Hi, President Heather. My sponsors, co-sponsors, Rod Diridon and Kimberly Mulcahy. Kimberly doesn't know, but she's sharing the ringing of these bells here to our daughters. Claire Mulcahy graduated with her master's from NYU the same weekend as our youngest daughter, Camille, graduated from Fordham, and they're staying in New York for a little while longer. I also wanted to, think Vice Mayor Foley sort of stole the thunder, but I want to recognize Vice Mayor Foley for having recognized us, but really showed great leadership yesterday to sort of, in lightning speed, get those budgets passed yesterday. So thanks to Vice Mayor Foley. You're all invited to Jazz in the Bloom, which is a Jazz Aid Fund benefit honoring the late Henry Shiro, my stepfather, who used to run the Jazz Society and created the Jazz Festival. That's at Dan Gordon's home on Sunday, June 22nd. I am the honorary host. And the following week on Monday, at Monday Night Live, June 30th, I am the host of that crazy, spoofy, wacky show to benefit San Jose Stage. So please come out and support.
Wonderful. Tell me how many rings you'd like.
5.
Thank you so much. I think I've got Karen Fox, and then we're going to finish it off with Carl. Go for it, Karen. Oh, we've got one more too.
Karen Fox, and my sponsor is Audrey Fox. And I like one ring for you, President Heather, for your inspirational leadership that has helped this club literally break records in fundraising and new membership growth. Congratulations on a fantastic year. And one ring for Matt Breaker here, who I'm sure will also do an equally fascinating and fabulous job. No pressure.
Thank you, Karen. I got Ben Leach, then I'm going to finish up with Carl.
So being new, I'm not sure quite what the rules are, and if I can slip this all under one ring, that would be good, but let me know otherwise. Preservation Action Council is celebrating its 35th anniversary this year. Big milestone. We're having a party at the Hotel De Anza on Friday, June 27th. There are a number of people in the room who are sponsors, so thank you for that. There are still more sponsorship opportunities, and tickets are on sale. There's going to be live jazz in the Headley Club, auction, raffle, a lot of fun stuff. It's really going to be a good party, but it's coincidentally also celebrating the 35th anniversary of the Hotel De Anza's restoration. You know, people forget that that was an abandoned building for almost a decade that a lot of people thought was headed for the wrecking ball. And so being able to celebrate 35 years of Preservation Action Council in a landmark that I don't think anybody would say we wish we tore it down 35 years ago is going to be a really great night. So thank you.
Thank you, Ben. I know that I'll be in the room that night along with several Rotarians. If you're interested, come join us. Carl Salas, finish it up because I am so over time.
I know you are. I was thinking that. I'm looking at my clock.
Do I care? I'm a lame duck.
I'll make it fast.
Do I care?
So first of all, the joke is, which is not a joke, it's a true story, but the joke is that I had never been to a city council meeting until I was on the dais. I had never been to a meeting. So I want to ring, but I don't want to ring for that. I want to ring because, and I used to hate when city people would, I'd call and they'd say, oh, we're in budget. I can't get to that. And the other day I was sitting in my office and one of the constituents called and I said, oh, I can't get to that, I'm in budget. And I just started laughing out loud at myself like an insane person. Number 2 and 3, so I've known Pam Foley for a long time. She was so welcoming at City, and it was so comforting because I didn't know what I was doing. But also to be able to work next to Michael Mulcahy and George Casey was just a thrill. I didn't know these guys, and they're just incredible people, just incredible people. So I wanted to ring for that too. And then last, Steve Ellenberg keeps calling me a mensch, and I don't know what that means. So I'm going to ring the extra one time. By the way, is David Coven around? Okay. Well, I don't
We
have
have
to
many
bring-
other
I don't-
Jews in the
doesn't
room that
cost
can
me-
tell
yeah,
you.
okay.
All the Jews in the room, go meet with Carl in the lobby afterwards. Tell him what it
David's
meant
been a
is.
trip too. Anyway, total 5.
Thank you
Yes.
so much. It is fun being lame duck, because I just looked at the agenda and go, whatever, sure, I'm over time. I'm going to go right to our blue badge presentation. This one is super duper important. People getting their blue badges today, come on up. Gloria Duffy, Jim Horry, Will Nevis, Lam Nguyen, Irene Smith, Jorge Taborga, Diana Zamora Moroccan. Come on up, please. We're getting a great group photo. Just come on up, and I'm going to hand you some badges, and what we're going to do this time is we're going to have you stand on the stage, and we'll get one big group photo together. So come on up. Thank you. Oh, she's going to grab it herself. Okay. Self-service. Always should be. Thank you.
Are we supposed to throw these in the air?
Just don't hit anybody. All right, this means they've completed their first year of Red Badge service, or sometimes maybe 18 months, depending on when we got to them on the agenda. Let's grab a group photo. Can we get everybody in there?
Shoulders
All right.
up. Yeah.
There we go.
Perfect. Right.
Get us all in there. I lost track. It's a lot. It's a lot. Thank you so much. What are we, 420 something? I don't think that's right. Lisa Riegel, come on up. She's going to give us a gigantic presentation on a finance module. We're going to get really happy about it.
Yeah. Exciting stuff, right? So good afternoon. Please forgive the notes. I have a lot of good information to share, and I didn't want to forget anything. So I'm here to give you an overview of a relatively new DACDB finance module. We've used it for about a year now. And this is an add-on to the DACDB website, which was designed by Rotarians for Rotarians. The office is working really hard to keep costs down and increase efficiencies with the goal of keeping your club dues as low as possible. So some of the benefits of the finance module are that first, it directly integrates with the club membership database. And this helps keep the membership data more accurate since we only have to update one place rather than 3 as before. Second, the office no longer keeps credit cards on file. Emphasize, office no longer keeps credit cards on file. Instead, when an invoice is issued, you're sent an easy link to enter your credit card information directly. This saves a ton of time. For instance, when I used to enter credit cards manually for lunches, if it was a big group, it could take up to 3 hours just to do that alone. Third, the new system allows you to pay via ACH. This is a flat $3.50 fee if you do ACH, and so for any charge over $100, that's actually going to save you money and time from stamps and mailing and all of that. If you do credit card, it's about a 3% fee, or you can still pay by check if you prefer. So when your invoice is paid, this is another big benefit. DocDB automatically updates your record in the system without any manual entry on my part. So this saves a great deal of time as well. In addition, this keeps your sensitive credit card information more secure as our system doesn't save it. So I am going to do a quick demo here on how to log in, but before that, just a couple of quick housekeeping items. If you ever forget your login, you can email the office, Marie or I, and we will send you a link to update your password. Secondly, another thing that would really help with efficiency is to please remember that the club and the foundation are separate organizations. So please make sure that money sent to us, whether by check or electronically, are kept separate. So the finance module is proven to be a win-win in that it saves the club money and it allows you more control over your club and foundation payments. 2025-26 invoices will be going out after the club board of directors meets on June 17th. So please keep an eye out and pay promptly. We'll be paying dues on your behalf to both Rotary International and the district in July. So I'm going to do a quick demo here. This will work. You're not going to be able to hear me over here, right? Is it me? Oh. can that, okay, yeah, you can see it. So you go here to, gotta move this. Okay, thank you. Go to member login. It's going to go in directly for me because I have it saved. And then you go to my data. And you're going to go to Finance Center. And then I like this one that says My Statements, because that will literally show you anything that's open. So it's divided into Club at the top and Foundation at the bottom. You'll see I do have an invoice in here for $500 to pay. Hit this. I wish the button was larger. It's not, but make a payment. Kind of slow. Of course, it's not wanting to do it. There we go. And then you'll scroll down, and now this bar is in the way here, to proceed to payment. And then when you hit this blue pay bar, you'll see you can toggle between credit card, and it's going to show you at the bottom that it's $17.50 fee if you pay by credit card for this dollar amount, or $3.50 here. And then you'll just hit, there's a pay button at the bottom, which it's not showing me. Voila, down there. Now, I don't expect you to remember all this, so if you go to our website here at the top and you click on How to Pay Dues, that's going to pull up a PDF with step-by-step instructions for you to refer to if you forget this. Or you can always call or email me. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. We are going to skip, we're going to have to punt that one, and, well, lots and lots and lots of, we're just going for it here. Here we go. All right, we're skipping President's Time, too. You'll get that at the end. Now, let's hear from Matt Breaker. Come on up, Matt.
Thank you, President Heather. Hello, Rotarians and guests. All righty. My father has always been an avid photographer. Throughout his life, he's had camera in hand, capturing moments both big and small. And not just his own journey, but mine, my sister's, and of course, now his grandchildren. A couple years ago, he gave my sister and me a wonderful gift, and that was a disc with about 200 photographs spanning decades in the story of our family. When I look at those photographs, to me, they're more than just a collection of images. They are a visual reminder of how fortunate I am, how lucky I've been in life. So today, instead of just standing here and telling you about myself, I thought I'd do something a little different. I've selected about a dozen of those photographs that I want to share with you. Some are serious, some are lighthearted, and some you might say are embarrassing, but I'm going to show them to you anyways. Each one tells a piece of my story, and I hope that by sharing these, you'll get a little glimpse into my world, my family, and what matters most to me. This photo here was taken just this past couple months ago in my sister's backyard on Passover. We call this the OG. It's my dad, Martin Breaker, my mom, Jackie Breaker, and my sister, Audrey Fox. And for those of you who don't know, yes, Rotarian and Foundation President Audrey Fox is my sister, and a darn good one at that. We grew up in Walnut Creek, California. My father was a doctor. He was an internist. He practiced till he was about 75. My mom was a high school history teacher before having kids. Then she stayed home, was very active in the community, and later went back and became a certified financial planner. We're very lucky. Our parents are fabulous. They're incredibly loving, kind, and supportive. Here's a photo of them. I love this photo. This photo is of my mom and dad. It's taken in September 1980 in our backyard. They're dancing together. I thought I would just tell a quick little story about each of my parents, because I think by doing so, you'll get a little insight into my worldview. First, my dad. My dad grew up on the East Coast in New Jersey. That's right. When he was 13 years old, his father had a massive stroke that left him paralyzed on the left side of his body. And while he was rehabbing and they were figuring out how they were going to pay the bills, my father was sent away to live away from the home at age 13 for a year. He was sent to live with a family he'd never met in a city he'd never been to. And from that experience, he gained an inner peace, a strength, and a confidence that is unshakable. And growing up around it was incredibly comforting, inspiring, and reassuring. My mom, and I'd also like to tell you that about my dad. I've learned many lessons from my dad, but I think the biggest one is something that he learned from that experience and then again and again during his career as a physician, and that is this: life can change on a dime. You never know what's going to happen. So put a smile on your face and try to enjoy every day as best you can. As he says, if you want to take a vacation, take it. If you love someone, tell them. His life motto has always been, live for today, plan for tomorrow. I've tried to do that, and I know my sister has done a wonderful job living by that motto. My mom also grew up on the East Coast. My mom is smart, strong, and independent. And behind her tough exterior is a heart of gold. I've learned many lessons from her as well. One that really sticks with me is this: if you think there's a problem or something could be broken, fix it right away. It's only going to get worse. And this applies to everything from the strange rattle you hear in your car to your interpersonal relationships. This is a picture of my sister and me. This is taken in 2010 at my nephew's bar mitzvah. Yes, Audrey has always been smart and stylish, and in that order I might add. She is a lawyer by training and a doer by genetics. But here's something you may not know about her. She has a fabulous sense of humor and is extremely funny, as illustrated by this photo, which was taken at the Gills home during a Rotary event. What I find particularly humorous about this photo is that, if memory serves me right, she's actually laughing at her own joke here. Oh my, here's this. This is September 1980. I'm 13 years old. This is my bar mitzvah photo. Yes, I'm Jewish, so Carl, anything you need to know about what a mensch means, I'm your man. I'm Jewish and I love being Jewish. I love the history. I love the holidays. I love the traditions. I love the food. I love being a part of something bigger than myself. It's part of what draws me to Rotary. And most importantly, I like the values of being Jewish. It's family, justice, lifelong learning, and something, a tenet of Judaism is something we call tikkun olam. It means to repair the world. It means get out in the community and make a difference. It's what draws me to Rotary, and it's what enables me to connect with all of you. Hobbies. I love cooking. This is me on the left at Thanksgiving with the turkey about 10 years ago. I was introduced to cooking when I was about 8. My parents' neighbor was a big macho Italian guy who invited me over for cooking and swearing lessons. That's right, and I've been cooking ever since. In fact, my first leadership job role in Rotary was head of the Culinary and Hospitality Committee. If you want a fun committee, check that one out. This middle photo is of me at age 11 on Little League Picture Day. I love sports. I love watching sports. I love playing sports. I probably got that from my mom, who happens to be an excellent athlete. She got a varsity letter in 3 sports in high school, including being an all-city catcher. Unfortunately, I did not inherit her great athletic skill. These days, it's mostly pickleball and golf. I'm an above-average golfer. Ellenberg, I really don't want to hear the challenges to that description now. I'm also an above-average pickleball player. And yes, Jason Stein, I know the backhand's weak. It needs improvement. I'm working on that. And on the right here is a travel photograph. Like many of you, I love to travel. How much do I love to travel? Well, when my sister was getting married, she and her soon-to-be husband announced that they, for their honeymoon, were going to go to Kenya on an African safari. So I thought to myself, that sounds amazing. There's no way I'm missing out on that. So yeah, I joined them on their honeymoon. That's me to the right. Now, I wasn't unreasonable. I insisted on separate rooms. And yes, that is my parents who came too. They're on the left. Now, before you get all weirded out, they did later go to Hawaii without me. So, my career. Yeah, this photo was taken in July 2003 outside the courthouse on a case I was handling at the time. For those of you that don't know, I am a prosecutor at the DA's office, what I've been doing for about 25 years. I love my job. I was hired by our very own past president, Karen Sinanu Towery. When I was going to go to law school, our neighbor, the same guy who taught me cooking, was a lawyer. He told me, you must become a prosecutor. It's the best job on the planet. It's public service. It's the thrill of going to trial. It's working with like-minded people who care about justice, hard work, and having fun. He was right on all accounts. But one of the things that's really special to me about my job is that in my job, we regularly get a front row seat to incredible acts of courage and bravery. And this case was one of those cases. Some of you may remember this case. It was in 2003. A 10-year-old girl named Jeanette Tamayo had been kidnapped out of her home and held captive for several days while her kidnapper did unspeakable things to her. Days later, she was found cowering in the corner of a convenience store in East Palo Alto. And when the police got to her, they of course knew exactly who she was. She'd been all over the news. And this incredible 10-year-old girl, Jeanette Tamayo, told the police that if he started at my house, I think I can tell you where he took me. So she got into the front seat of the patrol car, and starting from her driveway, this 10-year-old said, take a left here, take a right here, take a left here. It's on this street. It's that house right there. It was absolutely incredible. And then 1 year later, when the case finally went to trial, this incredible 11-year-old girl walked into a packed courtroom, got up on the witness stand, and about 15 feet away from the man who did these things to her while he was staring at her, recounted in detail every single thing that had happened to her. It was an act of courage and bravery that I will never forget and inspires me to this day. So, yeah, I love my job, and am I retiring? Not anytime soon. March 23rd, 1997, one of the best days of my life, getting married. This is my wife, Sid, and I up on the chairs. Folks are dancing the hora around us. If you've never been to a Jewish wedding, put it on your bucket list. There's nothing like it. This is Sid and I on the day we got engaged. I met Sid in February 1996 at a social event for Jewish professionals. Her name is Sid, and when she introduced herself, I could have sworn she said her name was Sin, which sounded particularly intriguing to me. So I did ask her out. We were engaged 7 months later and married the following March. Life is good. We have two grown boys. Bill is our oldest. He's in the green shirt. He's down in San Diego working as a DA, or as we like to say, doing God's work. And our son, Max, who's here today, is following in my father's footsteps. He'll be starting at Wayne State University School of Medicine in July. Sid is also here today. If you haven't met Sid, I encourage you to go up and introduce yourself. I hope that she'll be at a multitude of events with me next year. She's an incredibly positive person and has a generosity of spirit about her that is infectious. A quick look back at time here. Here's a photo of me in about 7 in our backyard. I've had many nicknames throughout the years, and this is about the time I got my first nickname. Between the ages of 7 and 10, I was called Smiley, started by a local mom, Mrs. Roll. From about 10 to 13, I was called Duke because my father's favorite baseball player was Duke Snyder. And recently, in the past few years, my wife, I think in a lovingly way, has begun calling me Princess, when my diva tendencies tend to get out of hand. I'm working on a rebranding, so I'll keep you posted. Let me finish with this. This is a photo taken July 4th, 2019. On the top left, we are walking with Rotarians in the red, white, and blue parade. And on the bottom right, we are later that night at the fireworks show. Folks, I've been in Rotary for about 10 years now, and I want you to know I love this Rotary Club. It's a central part of my life. I love the impact we have in the community. We serve seniors, we serve veterans, we serve the unhoused, we support students, we support the arts, we do international projects. What we do is incredible. But what I like best is the people of Rotary, and I love the way we all come together. We bring together people of different faiths, different backgrounds, different jobs, different interests, but all coming together with one common goal and purpose, and that is to make our community better. I'm looking forward to a great year with you all next year. I'm incredibly honored and excited about the year, and our focus is, of course, going to be on service, inclusion, and yes, having fun. So thank you for letting me share a little bit of my story, and thank you for being a part of the Rotary family.
Come back. Matt, come back. Come back. Don't you dare skip this moment. Don't you dare.
Thank you. Okay.
Matt, that was fantastic. I thought I knew you pretty well, but I learned a lot more new things there. I am so excited about your leadership. You're making me messed up. So in which case, I'm going to hand you some walnuts because you're a Colorado Slickers walnuts, and of course, we've made a gift in your name to Preservation Action Council. I can't wait to hear this Thursday who some of your speaker gifts are going to go to. There's so many surprises in store. Let's grab a quick photo.
I love it. I knew that was dangerous.
You must take
Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh. All righty. It's so exciting, the transition. Our club is in such great hands and has been year over year over year, and it's just one long continuum. So thank you so much, Matt. Next week, we have our debunking. Yeah. So that'll we still have some program aspect to it, and then we have our debunking, so please join us for that. And then for final thoughts here, after that debunking that evening, we're gonna do our downtown happy hour at EOS and Nick's. Pretty snazzy. So Emily, thank you for helping us arrange that. I'm gonna leave that slide up for just a minute so you can save the date and put that in your calendar. And I think I'm missing some slides. They were in my president's time, but please, after the meeting, go see that giant red firecracker out there and let the folks know that you're going to be joining them for the Rose, White, and Blue Parade. We're going to have our mobile medical clinic featured in the parade. Matt has asked not to be a princess. Sid, please know. He's actually going to walk. I mean, I got a car, but he's going to walk, and he wants all of us to walk with him. So please sign up there out in the lobby for the fireworks. And then, of course, the VIP event. I don't know if Ben Taylor's in the room today, but he's arranged a great VIP party for us, 4th of July. So make sure and sign up for that as well. We did it under time. I cut a few of you off. Hopefully we'll catch your news in the bulletin, and we are adjourned.